Well, there we go. Here's my Chinese ring-necked pheasant. Looks a little bit different, actually. I don't think I've ever had a Chinese ring-neck pheasant before. Its tail is very interesting. Its tail feathers. They're very, they look almost reptilian. But yeah, you know, it makes me sad because, you know, the people who worked on this, they've obviously had to make some sacrifices, possibly under duress. That seems like an easy one. It's a 1 star. I'll let him go. Or will I? Yeah, I'll let him go. I'll let him go. Yeah, you know, the sacrifices that would have been made, and whether or not they were voluntary sacrifices. I mean, obviously, as the company tells it, oh, everybody just pulled together, and you know, the 80 or 90-hour work weeks, they were completely at the discretion of the employees themselves. Obviously bollocks. Obviously. We all know that what it comes down to is a game needs to be published at a certain time for maximum profit, and that's what decides. 2 star. 2 star. Got the closer one. See if I can get his friend. Very lucky. That looks like a glancing blow at best, so I was fortunate to get that. Yeah, you know, I mean, the thing is that the amount of work that was done on this thing, extraordinary, tremendous. Really, you can really see the work on the screen in explicit ways, implicit ways, and in just like little loving details that you can completely overlook. For example, that interaction with the shopkeeper who directed me immediately to the bread rolls and the chocolate bars because I happened to be carrying a little bit of extra weight. It's just a little bit more to love. But you know, as I understand it, this is like a feat, a technical feat that I can't really reasonably expect to be matched, replicated, or matched anytime soon, because you know, who would want to put themselves through that level of pressure and stress indefinitely for years with no end in sight, just working away on all these fragments of code or what have you, grinding away, creating these assets indefinitely. Sounds like a very difficult way to live. So, you know, this game really does sort of feel like a one and done kind of deal, like a special anomaly in the gaming landscape, something that won't be topped for a good long while. Not until there's either some significant technological advances or until somebody's crazy enough to attempt a similar work again. Because, I mean, this really is kind of the full package. You've got novel and interesting gameplay, you've got oodles of variety, you've got beautiful graphics, you've got the realism angle, you've got a compelling and evocative and historically challenging narrative in the campaign, like, you know, exceptional music, exceptional world building and ambiance, online play with a competitive element, but also with elements of an MMA and an RPG kind of feel. You know, you name it, this game's fucking got it. You know, we'll not see the like of something like this for a good long while. Which is, you know, why I'm playing it. Because it's basically one of a kind. What is that? Go on a horse. I did say I was going to go to Flatiron Lake, but it appears we've ended up in the Heartlands. Visibility is not exactly what you would want it to be either. Dear game. There we go. Pronghorn. It's a 1 star. 2 star. 1 star. 3 star. Yes. Let's get the whole fucking flock away. Terrible. I got 1, I think. 2 shots on target, but only 1 kill. And it wasn't the one I was after. What's this worth? Well, he's got antlers, but he's a paw. So, I mean, the horns are a nice little bonus, but at the end of the day, a 1 star pelt isn't worth very much. Horns or no horns. I was really hoping for that 3 star. Antlers, not horns. But anyway, I mean, you know, if anyone is watching, and I doubt that anyone is, but if anybody is at any point, I'd just like to extend my thanks, I suppose. I'm flattered that you are enjoying the way I play enough to get this far into the video. That's a compliment. And we'll just leave it at that. Something that always bothers me about streamers and YouTubers and contemporary sort of internet online personalities. Turkeys are so easy to get. Come on, Memesy, off we go. Something that bothers me about the contemporary sort of internet personalities is that they, you know, because it's become so commercialized and so much about making the money, you know, they're always stumbling over themselves to say thank you and read people's names, and this video is sponsored by NordVPN or Squarespace or some shit. Skillshare. just completely pulls you out of the enjoyment of the video, I find. Like, you say thank you once, you know. Say it once, make it brief. Nobody really cares to hear your thanks. I mean, maybe you feel obligated to say it, oh, thank you for this and that. You know, you feel something inside of you that's like, I really ought to say thank you. Because I can't believe that they're even watching this. Or maybe they're just like cynically thinking, oh, well, if I say thank you, that's a little bit more revenue that I can generate. That's a 3-star dough, and I want it. Miss. Miss. Pretty sure I just turned that 3-star into a 2-star. Suppose I'll just put the thing out of its misery. Well, the 3-star's about to become a 1-star. Mistakes were made. And it looks like, without even thinking about it, we've made our way over to Flatiron Lake. Now seems like a good time to put that fishing rod to use. But yeah, I mean, do viewers... I don't like calling people viewers, like... I don't know. Viewers. Who likes being referred to as a viewer? This seems like a corporatized kind of word. In the same way that content creator is like a corporatized... What do we call these people who are making money on the internet? Let's come up with some businessy kind of expression. God, it's like fishing at the end of the world, isn't it? Like fishing at the edge of the universe. I need some bait. Lake fish. Well, this is a lake. What I'm really kind of hoping for is steelhead trout, because that goes for about $2 a piece, I believe. It's like casting line into a fucking abyss, isn't it? All this murky grey. Oh shit. I was just about to have a sip of coffee there. Had to put my cup down. Bring him in. He's a small one. Perch. Pickerel. Keep it coming. Old memes, a faithful companion. This one's for you, buddy. Yeah, nobody wants to hear some guy on the internet repeatedly going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just, you know, the thank you is making decent things to watch. That's all anyone cares about. Just make some stuff that's worth watching. Pickerel again. Redfin pickerel. It's cute. See, you know, I would not want to be the kind of person who's constantly expressing their thanks. This one's fighting a bit. I think that might be a steelhead. Looks pretty chunky. Largemouth bass. 4 pounds and 5 ounces. Would not turn that down. I'm thinking maybe another 3 fish. And then we might swing by Valentine, perhaps. We're not too far from Valentine. It'll be the second time that we've been there in the same video. Hopefully that's not too bothersome for anyone. What is that? It's a rock bass. Look at him wiggle, my god. That's fucking hypnotic. Okay, a couple more and then we'll head over to Valentine. And what I'm kind of hoping is, in addition to selling the catch and the hides, what a terrible cast that was. Let's bring that back in. Let's try a little bit harder, eh? That's more like it. Yeah, in addition to selling my catch and my furs and everything else and building up the coffers, usually, this one's really going for it. Probably another largemouth bass. No, it's not. Pickle. Usually it's a good bet that there'll be some other players in Valentine, so I think what we'll do is we'll get precisely one more fish, and it's going to be the one that's right in front of us, because I like his looks. Bonk. We'll catch this guy, and then we'll head into Valentine, and I will offload this perfect coyote to a friendly player. He got away. Well, I can't let that stand. Must insist on a rematch. Alright, Flatiron Lake, you win this round. You know, I've never read the book, but I believe Hemingway wrote something called The Old Man and the Sea. And I'd be interested in knowing... what that book's about. can see some smoke from over there. I'm assuming that that's Valentine. And I know that assume makes an ass out of you and me. But I still feel like this is the right direction to be going in. By the way, I suppose it's kind of time to account for our characters. Oh, hello. I'm being good today. Tomorrow, I might not be so good. I'll let him go. But if I wasn't recording, you can bet your bottom dollar that I would be making this life a living hell. And you should have seen the cheeky little smile that came on my face when that guy came riding past. Because it's not often that the game just drops a rival, what would you call it? Rival trader? It's not often that it just drops one right in front of you like that. That was pretty much given to me on a plate. Usually it really makes you work for it. He's lucky that I'm recording. He's lucky that I'm in good spirits and I'm recording. But you should have seen the smirk that came over my face as I thought about doing it. So I would have killed that guy 9 or 10 times over and then taken the cart all the way back to Valentine. Maybe next time we'll think about being a bit more malicious. Not this video, but the next. Looks like we've got a player over here. Cola Chaos. Looks like he's trying to rustle some sheep. He's gonna try and, yeah, he's gonna try and get me. There's another guy over there. Always plenty of activity around Valentine. Really all I'm thinking is... Well, really all I'm thinking is that my horse? No, it just looks similar. Green Taser. See, that's an interesting name, but it doesn't really give me a sense of what they're like as players.
Well, now,
in any case,
you're looking for a fair price on that, huh?
I'll just give that to whoever Green Taser, Green Taser's owner is. A little present for him.
Seems everyone with a rifle been hunting these of late.
I can't be bothered to try and track down a player and give it to them by hand, so that'll be a nice little surprise when they call their horse.
A lot of folks coming by with these lately. Good enough. Seems everyone with a rifle been hunting these.
Yeah. Heard it all before.
A lot of folks coming by with these lately.
Yeah. And there we go. That's our catch sold. That's our coyote gifted. And it seems like a pretty good time to end the mission. The recording. Seems like a good time to end the recording. Although I must admit that big red dot on the map is tempting. But he's all the way in West Elizabeth. He's nearly at Blackwater. There's no point. Well, thanks for tuning in, and you can expect many more videos like it. I'm thinking about adopting some sort of structure, or at least making some sort of plan prior to recording. Some sort of narrative where I can go from place to place and achieve specific objectives and goals, rather than just wandering around. Which is effectively, I mean, hunting is fun. I do enjoy it immensely. But it might make for a more interesting video. If I can say, we're going to this place, and then we're doing this, and we're looking for that. So, maybe I'll get a pen and paper out and think about some sort of structure or narrative. And maybe I won't.